Hello, good morning mga kaibigan natin, mga taga-sunod ng Lay Design Studios. And currently we're here while waiting for our daughters to come out of the school. So, mag-vlog muna tayo ulit after a very long time na wala tayong updates. So, ano ba pag-uusapan natin ngayon?
The situations of, the current market situations of real estate or construction per se. So, napansin po namin the last quarter of the year 2023, nagkaroon po ng challenges ang ating mga dear clients to pursue their dream to get or to acquire a home or to get or to start their dream home construction. Marami tayong mga proposals, mga leads that didn't lead to that didn't proceed further.
In short, ito po yung mga tinatawag natin na market slowdown na nangyayari, especially by the end of the last quarter of 2023. And we can expect na hindi pa naman agad mag-pick up yan. But being an OFW and being there outside the Philippines for quite some time, we've seen the pattern and the trends in the market. Especially, it is what they call the recession period or cycle ng market. So it normally happens every 4 years and bumabalik naman po yan. So there are several factors lang na nagkakaiba-iba, like recently nangyari yung pandemic. So that was 4 years ago na nasimulan nangyari yon. And now we're starting to feel some similar situation then may parang mga news pa nga na bumabalik pa nga yun eh. And after that, nagkaroon ng war sa Russia and sa Ukraine. And then maraming factors. Pero ang end result yan is pare-pares lang din yung nangyayari sa cycle natin.
So, ano ba ang magandang advice natin sa ating mga viewers? Since kami mismo na-experience namin yung slows down ng ating mga projects, tingin ko ang dapat natin dito is yung grit. We shall not stop what we're doing good. Continue mo lang. Wala ka man kliyente, wala man nagpapagawa sa'yo, o meron man nagpagawa pero very minimal lang, small renovations. But still, don't waste your time by crying out loud dun sa sitwasyon.
Tama yun.
Ang ginagawa namin, as per our experience, we just continue what we're doing. We keep on the track na huwag kami mawala ng or something like mawala ng pag-asa na things will go back to
Yes. And yun din naman may advice natin sa mga iba nating kabaro or mga kasama sa industriya na nakaka-experience ng mga ganitong situation. Cycle nga po ito like what I said earlier, mayroon chance na mauulit pero it shouldn't stop your dream or your goal from doing what you love to do. And in every situation na meron ganito, there's an opportunity na hindi nakikita ng iba. Like yung recession, like yung pandemic. Maraming naghirap, pero marami ring nag-flourish ng mga businesses. And that paved the way to online marketing, online selling, mga business owner na sa backyard na nag-ooperate o sa bahay lang, na yumaman talaga. Marami po talaga. So sipag lang. So let's find kung anong opportunity ang sa likod nito. So kung sa construction medyo mahina, you should never give up eh. Actually marami ako nakikita na nagda-dive. Napakamura ng mga offer nila but it will only lead to another problem.
Oo. It's either matapos ang project na nag-abono si contractor or hindi talaga natapos yung project kasi talagang binitiwan na ni contractor si client, which is not a win-win situation for both parties. Dapat after completing the projects, both will turn out their face na talagang may saya, may ngiti, di ba? Kasi for the contractor, job well done kasi he's able to deliver what he committed to build. And then sa side naman ng client, na kumaga they're able to occupy na yung dream home nila, to start their dream dun sa dream home na yon. So yun ang iniingatan natin na out of that situation magkaroon tayo ng ng feeling of tawag dito, alam mo yung panghihinayang, regrets na sana pala But in every situation na ganyan, dapat held up high ang ating mga, lalo tayo mga builders, architects and engineers, held up high tayo. Hindi biro yung sakripisyong ginagawa natin.
Yes.
Para ma-turn into reality yung mga dream homes ng ating mga kliyente.
Like what we did on our part. We've seen several offers from other counterpart or any small contractor na talaga mababa. So iniisip namin, paano kaya nila nagagawa yun? Alam natin ang industriya ng naglalagay tayo ng markup na konti, pero hindi naman siguro dapat aabot sa point na palugi yung magiging kontrata. So rather than nasamasabay kami tayo sa ganun, ibigay po natin, hindi po natin pwede ibaba yung quality ng project na ginagawa natin. Lahat ng project yan, dapat ma-deliver na maayos. Kung mag-offer ka lang ng substandard na materials, wag na lang. Or kung magbibigay ka ng service na half-cooked, half-done, wag na lang. So, like sa ginagawa po namin, may mga strategy po kami iniisip. In our business, it's not just construction. So, maraming client na gusto mag-DIY, gusto sila ang maghanap na ng foreman. So what we did in our part, we open up an opportunity for them to buy materials from us. Finishing materials, kunyari hindi mo kayang magpagawa, magpa-renovate ka na lang ng small portion ng house mo. Ano ba yun? For example, kitchen, bathroom, living area, ceiling. So, pwede kayong bumili ng mga materials na kayo magkakabit, pwedeng mag-DIY. Pero kung may time kayo, kung kaya nyo. Pero kung talagang alam nyo naman ang quality kapag ikaw gumagawa at ikaw yung nagpapatrabaho, syempre, hindi mo mapapabayaan yung ibang trabaho mo. Hindi para doon sa mga retired na walang ganong business na inaasikaso. Pero sa mga taong busy rin, so it's better talaga always
kumuha ng professional,
go for a professional and specialist na mag-execute ng trabaho. Pero I'm not demeaning yung mga gumagawa ng mga DIY. It's okay if you have time and you don't have a budget.
And it's your creativity Sometimes
creative ka naman,
yung passion ng ibang tao, yung creativity nila, dun lang nila na-express out of doing the DIY things.
yes.
And we're very happy naman to support. We have one client na talagang self-administer sila ng construction project. Andun kami, we gave them our supplier, we gave them sino yung mga contacts para kumaga kahit paano yung kanilang self-purchasing ng material sa project. Talagang direct to the supplier. Ganun kami, hindi kami madamot.
And
kasi
also,
we will not gain naman anything kapag hinaid natin yung mga ganyang secrets, they call it secrets of the industry. No. You should share kasi sharing is caring, and once you give them the opportunity to have it on their own, marirealize sila na mahirap pala, or next time pag nagka-project kami at kukunin na lang namin sila architect engineer mag-build. Kasi let us teach each other na hindi naman kasi ang construction is like a copy and paste or something like na all fits all fits in a one situation. Hindi. Very situational ang construction. So, maraming hardship, pero worth it yun kasi they have experienced it by their own. And the good thing is, they learn from it, and then, di ba, babalik sila sa atin, kasi they need our guidance and execution skills.
Yes, tama po yung sinabi ni engineer. Actually, sa construction naman, kung madali lang yan, hindi na po kailangan ng architect or engineer. Kung kayo meron creativity o meron kayong kilalang foreman, small construction like renovation or interior fit out, kaya na yan. But when it comes to basal construction or tatayo ka ng 2 palapag, 3 palapag, bukod sa mga regulatory guidelines na kailangan mo yung comply, kailangan dyan ng expertise ng mga professional. At hindi lang po architect ang gumagawa niyan. There are lots of allied engineers na katulong namin na gumagawa para ma-execute yung trabaho. And if it's that easy talaga, hindi na po kailangan. But you can see naman sa market o sa profession natin, walang pare-parehong design, wala pare-parehong situation.
One fits all.
So, wag po kayong magtipid. Actually, hindi naman pagtitipid yung nangyayari. Kulang lang kayo sa education or sa knowledge. Sa malaman na ang service ng mga professional is dinesign para po talaga matulungan or ma-guide or ma-execute ng tama ang trabaho. Hindi po yan ginagay dyan para lang magdagdag ng value or magdagdag ng presyo. There's a consequence or there's a implication po. Kapag wala kang hinire, kapag gumuha ang structure mo, sino hahabulin mo? Si contractor, hindi mo mahahabol yan definitely. Kapag naman naligaw ka sa plano or wala kang sinusunod ng plano, pwede lumobo yung gastos mo.
And wala ka na-achieve.
Lugi ka.
Wala ka na-achieve.
Sana pala kung pinagawa ko to, natapos mo ng maaga, na-deliver mo as per your expectation, as per the budget na ina-expect mo. Pag po nating palubuhin or palaki, kasi talaga marami na pong horror story na nangyayari.
Parang ganito lang yan eh. Meron tayong over-the-counter medicine, di ba? Hindi naman na kailangan magpa-check up sa doktor. Diretso ka lang kay pharmacy. Parang ganoon din sa construction. Meron ka namang something na kaya mong gawin as DIY and with your creativity and talent, talaga ma-execute mo. But, having said so, what if yung mga sakit mo ay hindi na gagamot, hindi kaya na over-the-counter medicine? Diba? Yun yung time na pupunta ka pa rin kay doktor. So, why not go to the doctor, give your medications, have your medications on hand na talagang as prescribed by the doctor. Mas madali mong ma-resolve yung problema mo, diba? Kasi papatagalin mo pa yung, kumbaga, prolonging the agony. So, you have the choice. If you can do it DIY, do it yourself, well and good. But if not, approach the professionals. Yun lang ang may advice ko.
Pag hindi kaya, huwag pilitin. May mga tao mas magagaling o mas mataong professional or expert para sa mga bagay-bagay. Hindi po natin pwedeng gawin lahat ng bagay na kaya natin lahat. Huwag natin isipin na gano'n. Marami tayong kasama sa industriya na makakasahan natin na makakatulong sa atin. Yun lang po ang aming advice for the day, and that's something na we hope na nakatulong sa inyo at nakapagbigay ng guidance sa mga kagaya rin natin.
See you. This is Engineer Alice from Lay Design Studios.
Have a great day.